Hey there, marketers. You're listening to the Son of a Pitch podcast, where modern marketing strategy is broken down into ideas you can actually use. I'm your host, Kenneth, and today we're talking about how to create content that builds trust, not just attention. This episode is brought to you by Pitch Cloud, the creative studio helping brands communicate with clarity through strategy, video, and design. You can learn more at pitchcloudmanagement.com. Let's get into this episode. Marketing right now is obsessed with attention. Scroll-stopping hooks, bold claims, fast cuts, hot takes. And attention matters, but attention alone doesn't move businesses forward. What most marketers are feeling right now is this tension. We're getting views, but not conversions. People engage, but don't follow up. The numbers look good, but the pipeline doesn't. That's usually a trust problem. Attention gets someone to pause. Trust is what keeps them coming back. And the mistake many brands make is assuming that if they can just get louder, faster, or more entertaining, trust will follow automatically. It doesn't. Here's a simple distinction. Attention content is designed to interrupt, surprise, entertain, or even provoke. It answers, can I get you to look at this? Trust content is designed to clarify, reassure, guide, or educate. And it answers, can I help you understand this? Most brands lean too heavily on attention and underinvest in trust. That's why you see viral posts with no follow-up, high reach but low retention, lots of likes but little loyalty. Trust content doesn't always spike, but it compounds. It's the content that makes people say, this makes sense. This feels familiar. They understand what I'm dealing with. I should probably keep listening. You don't need big claims to build trust. You see trust-building content when brands explain why something works, not just that it works. They repeat core ideas in slightly different ways. They acknowledge uncertainty instead of overselling certainty. And they set expectations instead of promising miracles. This shows up as calm, confident tone, fewer buzzwords, clear explanations, consistent messaging over time. Trust is built when people feel oriented, not overwhelmed. And the brands that win long-term are usually the ones that help their audience feel smarter, not pressured. Here's the myth. If we slow down and explain things, we'll lose attention. In reality, the opposite is often true. People disengage when they feel confused, talk past, sold too quickly, or even unsure what to do next. Trust content doesn't mean boring content. It means clear structure, thoughtful pacing, ideas that connect logically, and repetition without redundancy. When people trust you, they give you more attention, not less. Let's apply this in 3 common scenarios. For solo marketers or creators, trust content looks like explaining your thinking, walking through decisions, sharing lessons without exaggeration, and repeating your core beliefs consistently. People follow you because your thinking feels reliable. For small teams or growing businesses, trust content looks like clarifying your process, showing how you work, setting expectations early, and answering the same questions publicly. This reduces friction before sales conversations even happen. For larger brands or organizations, trust content looks like consistency across channels, alignment between message and experience, educational content that supports customers, and fewer campaigns, more clarity. Trust here is built through predictability. Here's a quick test you can apply to your content. Ask, does this help someone understand something better? Does this reduce uncertainty? Does this reinforce what we want to be known for? And would this still make sense if someone saw it a second or third time? If the answer is yes, you're building trust, even if the post doesn't spike. If there's one thing to take away from today, it's this. Attention opens the door. Trust keeps people in the room. You don't need to win every scroll. You need to be remembered by the right people. This wraps up today's episode of Son of a Pitch. If this helps you rethink what good content actually does, share it with another marketer who's chasing attention but missing trust. Next week, we're talking about the simple funnel most brands actually need and why overcomplicated funnels hurt more than they help. For strategy and creative support, you can visit pitchcloudmanagement.com. We'll see you next week.